Hi gamers! Here's my newest batch of games that I've added to my collection. Starting off with some semi-retro here. I got Dead or Alive 2 for the Dreamcast. It's always a treat to get a new Dreamcast game. I really love the system, and I really love the clean arcade visuals, especially in a game like Dead or Alive 2 that, you know, was originally released in the arcades on the Naomi arcade board, and the Dreamcast version looks spot on and runs really well. And yeah, Dreamcast, it's really aged wonderfully. Every game on it, well, not every, but most of the games really look decent even to this day. Something about the clean, simplistic textures of the games that make them stand up even to this day. Really easy on the eyes. Then for the GameCube, I got Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. I haven't been playing Harvest Moon games all that much, but yeah, this is of course, again, like with the Dreamcast, always fun to add another GameCube game to my collection. I hope that the newest Harvest Moon gets a physical release on the Wii U. Then for the DS, we got Infinite Space, and this is a sealed copy. This is pretty much a cult classic these days, made by Platinum Games. And yeah, they haven't done that many handheld games, and yeah, this is a really hardcore strategy RPG space thingy, and with a really high-flying plot that spans many years. And yeah, for some reason this was a really expensive game on eBay, but then the prices dropped by half. Maybe maybe it got a reprint or something like that. Not sure, but still happy to have this. And then we get to modern games. Mainly PlayStation 4 games here. I got Ratchet and Clank, a great reimagining of the PlayStation 2 original, and it makes more sense for them to do a new version of the game that's two generations ago, not just some remaster of a few years old game. But Ratchet and Clank has enough years, in my opinion, behind it for it to really qualify as a great remake, and yeah, looks really great on the PlayStation 4. And of course, I got Uncharted 4. Be sure to check out my unboxings for the game's special editions. And yeah, what can I say about this? It's definitely one of the best looking games ever, if not the best. Of course, you know, everybody, it's really a personal thing how far invested you are in the Uncharted you know, story and the characters, so I'm not gonna be going too deep into those, especially because I haven't finished the game yet. I'm maybe halfway through, but yeah, it's each of the environments are incredible amounts of effort gone into them. And you know, it just doesn't matter how long or how little you spend time in each area. Naughty Dog has put really their time into that area. It's amazing how detailed everything is. But what blows my mind is basically the character animations, especially in the beginning of the game, where you see our characters in really normal situations, like sitting at home and eating stuff. It really is some of the best animation and some of the most alive characters that you've seen on video games yet. Really great stuff. But of course, the dialogue and the voice acting it really brings the characters to life. Some really classic banter here. And well, like I said, I haven't finished it yet. Really looking forward to the end of the Uncharted saga here. Let's see what they come up. I do hear that the ending is great, a great ending for the series, and let's see how it goes. But of course, this is an essential PlayStation 4 game. This is one of the games that you got the system for. Bloodborne was pretty much my game of the year last year. I adored the game. It was my first Souls game. To be honest, I didn't play Demon Souls or any of the Dark Souls games, even though I do own all of them. I guess I was slightly intimidated by the games, and just didn't have the time for them. But yeah, Bloodborne, I did have the time, and it was fantastic. It's in my top 10 games of all time. It really is that good. So now that Dark Souls 3 was coming out, I was really looking forward to this, and it really didn't disappoint. I'm not sure how much the gameplay and the mechanics have improved over the years from the first Demon Souls and first Dark Souls. I do believe that they did incorporate some of the fluidity of Bloodborne into Dark Souls 3, but yeah, this was a fantastic ride. I love the Souls games. I gotta play more, but I guess I'm going in the wrong direction, wrong order here, starting with Bloodborne and then Dark Souls 3. But yeah, the gameplay, the lore, the graphics, the bleak hopelessness of it all, and you know, the fact that you're constantly improving, but you're always in a position to lose your current progress, and pretty much any random enemy can kill you if you're not on your toes there. So it just makes it really a unique experience to play a Souls game, and makes you forget everything that's happening in your normal life. It's a great way to lose yourself in another game world. Even though the game world is hideous and nightmarish, you really feel like you're at home there for some reason. I love the little when you go to a friendly place and you upgrade your weapons and the whole feel there, and get ready to fight another night. So really great stuff. I love the game. I finished it, beat every optional boss as well, and it was really an enjoyable experience. I love it. And yeah, like I said, even though I do own the all the other games in the series on the previous generation, I guess it's a bit hard to go back to the previous generation. So I was really happy that I remembered that Dark Souls 2 had a remaster on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and also has all the DLC released for it. So here I have the Scholar of the First Sin edition of Dark Souls 2, and I haven't opened this up yet, played it. I gotta finish Uncharted first, but then I'm ready to delve into another Souls game, which I'm really excited about. I know that Dark Souls 2 is supposed to be the black sheep of the series, but I just can't see how bad it can be, even though it might have some linear stuff, and I don't really know. I'm sure that I'll enjoy it, and we'll see. In a couple of weeks, I'm sure that I'll be knee deep in Dark Souls 2. And then we get to our regular programming, that is the Wii U. Of course, I got the first print edition of Star Fox Zero, which includes these two games, Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard. And first, let's talk about Star Fox Zero. It is true what they say that when you first start the game, you're only thinking that why can't this be a normal Star Fox game? Why can't they just do the controls normally and be done with it? And I gotta say that I still think that way. My friend at the office is saying what many of the people online say, that if you give it time, the controls become second nature and even might improve the game just a bit over the regular controls. But I just can't think that way. You can play it, it's decent, but it just would be better if you had the normal controls. Many of the sections you can play almost like with normal controls, mainly the on-rail sections. But when you're in all-range mode, it's you really need to look at the TV and the screen both at the same time, and it's just a bit awkward. So, in my opinion, not really worth all the delays, and a normal Star Fox game would have been just perfect. But still, I'm really happy that the Wii U got a classic, a new installment in a classic series, so can't complain too much. Star Fox Guard is an all new game, a tower defense game, and just with a Star Fox theme. And I love the cover here. Like I said in my unboxing, the great slapstick cover here means just Nintendo doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think that's just great. And a nice little game, and tower defense, it's quite addicting, and this is no different. You'll always want to start up the next level and see how you fare there. And finally, we got some Wii U variants. Gotta collect them all. So now that, of course, I had all of these games before, but now that they started doing the Nintendo Selects versions of the games, of course, I gotta get those as well. So I got Nintendo Selects versions of Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, The Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker HD, Lego City Undercover, Nintendo Land, Wii Party U, and New Super Mario Bros. U plus New Super Luigi U, which is this is a really good deal, as the double feature, which includes New Super Luigi U, was only available in a console bundle. So this was a really great reprint from Nintendo. And one thing, actually, because these are pretty much my only re-releases. I don't have any PlayStation Platinum games. I don't have any what's the budget series on the Xbox? Not even sure. But of course, like here you can see that Nintendo is like everybody else. They have to make the front cover really ugly, which is kind of nice for a collector who values the original releases. But who wants to get this red border here? Nobody. But one thing that I gotta give Nintendo credit for is that they have the regular spines here. This is a really great thing. It's amazing how everybody, every console manufacturer wants to ruin the covers and the spines, but at least Nintendo here is doing. I'm not even sure how long Nintendo has been doing this, if it's the same on DS or something like that. Like I said, I don't own any of these new re-releases, budget series. But well, I'm happy that they applied it to the Wii U here, now that I felt the need to collect them all. And one more variant here. I got Wii Party U, which includes the black controller. I have had the white controller variant from the beginning when it first released, but only now got the black controller variant as well. And at least here in Europe, this is by far rarer than the white controller. I think the white controller variant has it's like 10 to 1 when you compare it to the black one. So if you have a chance to pick up the white or the black, the black is quite much rarer. It doesn't really have that much difference in price or anything, but it's definitely rarer, mark my words. And yeah, that's it for my recent collecting video this time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.